Podcast, WATP.
Are you familiar with Opie's new channel?
No.
So Opie has a new channel called Opie Unleashed NYC. And on this channel, he's unleashed in New York City. He goes around with his phone out and he films things and he talks to himself and he talks to people and he observes what's going on around him. You've been in New York City before,
Yeah.
Jim? You can imagine it gets pretty wild, right?
Well, you can get good material on the streets in New York.
You can.
Yeah.
There's a lot of interesting people, a lot of interesting things to do.
Guess who doesn't?
Guess who can't do that? So this video that he put out yesterday is called Opie NYC Adventure, Joe Rogan Nonsense, and John Fogerty's 80th at Beacon Theater. And it starts off quite awkwardly because Opie fires up the stream and there's no one in the chat room to chat with at first.
First couple minutes of the live stream is always weird because you're sitting there just talking to yourself, but here come the people. I like that. Like that a lot.
Who is it weird for? He's walking around talking into his phone. Whether there's people watching him or not, it's still the same to everyone around him. Anyone watching this guy walk down the street, I don't know if his phone's even on. I don't know. It could be cardboard. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But he's like, it's really awkward here where I got to just like make shit up to talk about. Or you can think of something you want to talk about and start with that.
Well, that's some keen insight into Opie because that's affecting him, so it affects everybody.
Right. Isn't that interesting? Like, we started out the podcast today, and I didn't say, what should we talk about? Anyone in the chat have any ideas about what we can talk about?
I was driving over. No one was in the chat. It was fucked up.
So Opie just has nothing until people start showing up, like his boy Waver coming into the chat.
We're heading this way. Waver, what's up? Waver, it's me, brother. It's me. It's me, Waves. Good to see you, man.
This is something I hate. I hate when people are talking loudly to their device because I assume if I'm in earshot, they talking to me. So when I hear, what's up? I always turn and go, hey, what's up? God, now I look like a fucking idiot. You're the one screaming into a phone. I look like the idiot. Thanks for that. You ever walk around and just scream into your phone?
No, I don't like when people do that. But, I mean, it's New York, so
yeah,
you almost fit in when you're doing that.
I've mentioned that before. This is one of the places where people will ignore you because they think you might be crazy.
Yeah, so
and
they don't even bat an eye when someone's doing
right. So
something
they'd rather
that.
not even deal with it. This is interesting. We've talked about what upgrades the Opie has made to the live streams he does when he's walking around New York, and it's confusing for his regular viewers, though.
Got a good group, the Regs. Ed Boy. Ed Boy goes, are you really live? Yes, I am, Ed Boy. There's a lot of confusion lately because I'm carrying around a second camera, and what I'm doing is replacing the video a few hours later on my channels. Those channels would be Opie Radio and Opie Unleashed NYC. I wasn't going to go this way, but we gotta show the billboard of the Beacon Theater because it's Waver just gave me 99 cents. Oh my God! Thank you, Waver.
Wow, 99 cents from Waver? He's having a good day today. That's amazing.
Is he being sarcastic, though?
He does that every time someone gives him money, and he even justifies his existence by saying he does get super chats. Because people will be like, "Oh, but you should get a job. You haven't had a job in a long time." She's like, "I make money doing this." You're like, okay.
Lest we forget the Facebook stars.
And he also asked for Facebook
Worth
stars.
a penny a piece.
Yeah.
And no, he's not kidding.
He's not.
He's not kidding with the 99 cents.
He's
Not
not.
being sarcastic.
He's not. I know. You would.
I know him.
You
It's
know
like,
Opie. I know. You would think there's no way.
I don't know. To me,
If I was hearing this for the first time, I would think that also.
Yeah, we know Opie probably better than you at this point.
yeah.
Unfortunately. So I want to describe to you what's going on.
Well, you got to give somebody a shout out if they give you money, though, right? Isn't that how it works?
You should.
Usually.
Yeah, I do.
So I guess that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
But with a little too much glee.
I mean, 99 cents is not something that you need to like raise your octave level.
That's why I think he's
You
like,
know?
yeah, thanks.
I don't know how many decibels you got to go up for 99 cents. But
It couldn't be a 20.
right. I might not even acknowledge it personally, but you know, that's Opie. Now, you heard him say, like, yes, Egg Boy, we are live right now. And the reason why there's confusion, Jim, this is great. So he was going around and doing these live streams with just his phone. But sometimes it would start stalling out and skipping and stuff. He doesn't have the best cell reception or whatever. So he started bringing a second camera. He's got a GoPro hooked in with his phone next to it. So his phone is where he's live streaming from, and he sees the chat. And the GoPro is recording the exact same video so that he can then go home and replace the video with the high quality video that doesn't cut out. So what we're watching right now is HD 16:9 ratio. But that's not what happened when it happened live. He goes back and replaces it. Because these 50-minute walks that he does are so good. He's got to get the best quality video for us to witness this.
So he doesn't just use the video on the phone.
He doesn't now. He has to replace it later to make it higher quality. This is a man who's looking for shit to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, could you imagine? Well, we were talking about the first podcast we reviewed today. There's no way these people even watch it back. Opie's not only walking around for an hour doing nothing, he also has time to then go home
And relive it.
How much work is that, though, to convert that from the GoPro?
You have to ask Opie.
Well, would you know? Because you're like that tech stuff.
I do tech stuff, yeah, but I don't know what he's doing to do that.
Okay.
Because sometimes he says he sets up premieres, so he'll do it as a live stream, and then he'll recreate it as a premiere on the channel, so that it looks like it's live again, but it's not.
Does he take the best moments out and put the...
Oh, well, okay. I'm glad you brought that up. He does clip out certain things that happen and make them quick clips that he puts on his channels, and I'll show you an example coming up.
I mean, that's what you should
That
do.
is what you should do. That is
right.
correct. Yep. He's got some good ones. But first, he really wants to show us the marquee over here at the Beacon Theater. What's going on?
Look who's playing the Beacon Theater. Possibly tonight. There it is. John Fogerty celebrating his 80th birthday tonight at the damn Beacon Theater. Very, very cool. Crumbum, what's going on, brother? He loves to walk and talk around New York City. Thank you, brother. That's badass. Boz Scaggs is playing.
So one of the things that's been pointed out by my friend Anthony, as well as us over here, is that Opie sees things and then doesn't elaborate on it at all. He just goes, "Oh, there's a concert happening tonight. Neat. Do you like John Fogerty? Are there certain songs that you want to talk about?"
I said,
or,
very cool. Okay.
He's turning 80.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's funny because I was going to go to that show. I almost went.
Oh.
That was just like Wednesday or something.
Yeah, this is this week.
Yeah, my nephew went. He said it was amazing, but...
But Boz
I know.
Scaggs is
Opie's
also
not
playing.
going to.
But I remember doing Opie, I think Opie and Jim with John Fogerty came in.
Yeah, he's interviewed him before.
Yeah, I was in studio.
That's what's so funny about what we're going to witness here as Opie gets very excited that John Fogerty's doing this concert, that Opie will not be attending, but just wanted to show us the marquee. There's a concert tonight at the Beacon Theater. Pretty cool. But first, before we get into that, he sees gold. And he gets very excited. He's like, "Oh, okay, this is where the live stream is going to get really good for everyone."
Wait, you're just like that and you don't want any cameras in your face?
No, I want people to say, "May I?"
Oh, may I? May I?
Yeah.
You're the best.
You better
You're
give
the
me a
best.
hug too.
Oh, I'll hug you.
There you go. Now I'll smile you.
Oh my God, this turned out great. I'm live streaming to the world. What do you want to say? Literally to the world.
To the world. There's 22 people watching this. LP to the world. Or technically, they could be anywhere in the world. But you see...
So what did Helga say?
Do you see how much... And this is something that we've been noticing from these streams. Opie's such a bigot. He sees a person who's either trans or a cross-dresser, whatever, Manhattan, and he goes, "Oh my God, this is great! This is going to make the show today!" You're like, yeah, most of us are not that excited about that. It's just a thing.
Yeah. To him, he's like, "Oh, a weirdo."
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
He's exploiting this weirdo for gain, on his channel. That's what he thinks he's doing. So after you see a dude with lipstick and a wig on, he's got nothing else to add to that. This is the interview he does with this person.
Well, you could say anything.
Santa Claus, I'm there, I'm Mela.
What does that mean?
It's Elvis.
That was Elvis?
No, not Elvis, Elvish, as in token.
Oh, Elfish.
Elfish.
Elfish. You just did some Elfish. Why are you dressed like that? I mean, I don't mean to be nosy. Are you like dressed for something special? Is this like your Thursday outfit?
Every day is special.
Of course it is. You gonna go see John Fogerty?
I would, but I can't.
Why?
I can't go tonight.
All right. Well, you look lovely.
No choice, but that's not Howard Stern. That's not Howard Stern and drag on there, getting his Miss America shoot. So Opie's already got nothing immediately. Hey, you want to see John Fogerty? We were just talking about John Fogerty over here in my chat. Wondering if you're going to do something like that. Now, the beauty of this is that he put this video out separately. It's about 58 seconds long. The title of it is Opie meets NYC trans woman that speaks Elvis. Because he thought she said Elvis, but she didn't.
Right, she said, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the problem with if you're doing live stream. We used to go on the streets. We did a hidden camera series, Meet the Creeps.
Yep.
So we'd go around and we'd fuck with people, but you know, we didn't just keep everything in.
Right.
You know,
there's going to be a lot of boring downtime.
There's going to be a lot
stuff.
of boring downtime stuff. So we take it back and then cut it up and then obviously put it out as bits. So you're fishing for everything. You go, oh, I could get something here. So what he really should be doing is bringing it back home. I guess, live streaming is different. Everybody's, people want to just watch what's going on. But he really should take this stuff home, cut it into a quick clip. Like I would have just cut it right when she's like, get that camera away from me. Why? What's wrong? Whatever, like that. And just create tension. Right. And then move on.
You would have interviewed her. And
I would have, because I would have been trying to get something. I'm like, let's get a moment, and I'll cut a little fluff, and then I'll just cut to right when she gets mad. Right. Like at some point, I'll say something to set her off, and I'll use that as the clip.
So you'd cut out, oh, okay, well, have a nice day.
But he's also live streaming, so it's like you don't know what's going to happen. You're always trying to find something.
Yes.
So.
Unfortunately, it's usually nothing with him.
But his mind went to the right place at first. Why are you dressed like that? And then he immediately abandoned it.
And especially when, got mad.
Yes.
That's good. I like that tension.
That's the time when you're just like, no, it just seems like it'd be weird that you have a pink purse. I don't see a lot of guys with pink purse. Like, say something. But instead, Opie thinks the controversy is just having a conversation with this person who's beneath him.
Correct.
That's the crazy thing. Can you believe I'm talking to this weirdo on the street? Wow. Good stuff. So he pretty much immediately abandons the conversation and walks away.
Do you live in this hotel? Because you're always standing here.
I live in the neighborhood.
The neighborhood, okay.
All right, I'm going to let you go. Do you fist bump? Fist bump. All right. I'll see you again, all right? I live stream a lot. Bye. Good to see you. Bye. Oh, that'll trigger some people, huh?
That'll trigger some people.
Yeah, people who like a good interview.
Yeah, I was triggered, actually. I'm like, why are you wasting my time with this? I got Florentine coming over today. Come on.
Well, I think that he probably said, all right, I'm going to get nothing out of this. Like, it's a pleasant conversation.
Right.
He was hoping for
just
attention.
A friendly person, yeah.
It's almost like a phone call. Like, okay, let's move on because there's nothing left here.
But he really does think that, like, just having that person on his video is going to get people going, what the fuck is this, Opie? I don't want to see this. It's just like, nobody cares. It's 2025. Nobody really gives a shit about, we see this stuff every day, all the time.
Yeah, when he was saying cheese to the Asians on the bridge, and he walked away giggling to himself. He's like, I can't believe I got away with that.
Yeah.
Like, what? You did nothing.
You did nothing. So then Crumbum in the chat has a question about whether that was a male or a female.
Crumbum goes, that's a dude, right? Crumbum, I would say yes, with a bit of a question mark, because the voice was all right, the hug was definitely a little manly, the fist bump, like a lot of women don't know how to fist bump, so I'm going to say yes.
The fist bump is what did it. It was obviously a dude. You didn't even ask. Could just be a cross-dresser. There are still cross-dressers out in the world. This person might be like, yeah, of course I'm a man. do you mean? Because I wear lipstick and I carry a purse, you think I'm a trans woman? It's not the case at all. But that got Opie very excited. In fact, 15 minutes goes by. Nothing important happens. So he remembers that fond memory of talking to that weirdo on the street.
What else? Trying to show some of the buildings today. Man, that one person outside the Beacon Theater was a little wild. And a staple of the neighborhood. And that was the first time I ever saw her. Her. She wants to be identified as a her.
We honestly don't know that.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
No, you're just making that part up. But he's like, yeah, so there's not really a lot going on. Remember that thing that I did, though, 15 minutes ago? That was pretty cool, right? Yes. Awesome.
And he's going to try to show the buildings. What is preventing him from that? Just fucking do it, dude.
Okay. All right. So this is where you were talking about how you've been on his show with John Fogerty. It's like,
Yeah.
not that long ago, Opie was interviewing these celebrities. They were booked to be on his show. Listen to how far he's fallen.
Right here. And those two doors to the right of the guy on the phone. That's where John Fogerty will enter. But I think it's too early. In a couple more hours. Maybe I'll come back out and try to see John Fogerty enter the backstage area at the Beacon Theater as he celebrates his 80th birthday here in New York City today. Oh my God, that's crazy.
And that's a forklift.
Maybe I'll come back so I can see John Fogerty enter the building. Why don't you just have your people get in touch with his people and set up an interview on your podcast? That's not even in the realm of possibilities anymore. So that's where this guy has gotten to.
Well, in his defense, I can't have Tony Iommi. I can't interview Tony Iommi anymore.
Right.
When I was on that metal show, I could.
Yeah.
When I want to get tickets, when I used to get tickets for a show, when that metal show was on, every metal show that I went to, where do you want to sit? How many tickets you need?
Yep.
You want to come backstage before or after? Now, every show I go to, I'm on the lawn.
I saw you at Corey Feldman, by the way. It was very funny.
Oh, yeah,
you with your son.
Yeah.
I went to see that tour as well.
We had to get in there.
That was
We were on
awesome.
at like 5:30.
You were with Big J?
Yeah.
With those guys? Yeah. We did the same thing. I was in Detroit with the Drew Lane show, and we were just filming everything and then hurried up and podcasted the next day and showed all the footage. That was amazing. But to your point, I totally understand that. You don't have the platform anymore. Maybe that's not going to happen. But on your podcast, do you ever go somewhere where Tony Iommi might be so you can get a video of him walking into a building? Okay, moving on. You don't have to answer all my questions. You're not on trial here.
But if you're out there, I don't know. He's trying to create something. I understand what he's doing. Yeah. There's not a lot going on. I don't see a lot of people on the street. Yeah. So he's fishing around to see, let's see if I could find something, anything interesting. Okay, here's the backstage door where he's going to go in later. Maybe I'll come back. Obviously, he's probably not. But
and maybe I just found the one time that it wasn't very interesting and it was kind of boring when Opie was walking around filming New York. Maybe it's just my selective.
No one is making him walk there. I just want to point out he can walk anywhere.
Here's an observation that he has that I have questions about. Okay, so right here you see a black woman and a white kid walking with her. Okay.
Put your pants on.
Most people don't raise their own kids in New York. So what we just saw is very, very normal. You don't even think twice about it.
Except you.
There's so much going on there. First off, most people don't raise their kids in New York.
They all have nannies.
First off, that's definitely not true.
A lot of
in this area, Upper West Side,
where he is.
I understand that.
Money and they have nannies.
I totally understand that. But also, he's assuming that that's not her son. It very well could be. It's a weird assumption to make, and then to just say like, yeah, no one actually parents their kids around here. they just throw them to the maid.
If
and
you were walking by those two people, would you think anything at all?
No.
Yeah,
that's what's weird.
That's the difference between you and Opie. It's like, oh, that's weird. He has to explain it to us.
Guys, can you believe that we just saw a white with a black? Only in New York can you ever see something like that.
Unleashed.
Speaking of unleashed, Mike Larson is in the chat talking about how unleashed this video is, and Opie does not enjoy that.
My Mike Larson. Talk about Unleash Wild Stuff. Oh, are you here to hate, Mike? Are you? Mike's here to hate everybody. Yuck. Yeah, the Unleash channel is actually doing well. I just got monetized over there. It's not you know, I'll be making tens of dollars a month, but I did get monetized.
All right. The Unleashed channel's doing well. It has under 2,000 subscribers. Opie's YouTube channel, but it's monetized. So he's got that going for him. It's pretty sweet. Can't make fun of him for that, can you?
He's also a notary public.
I got that going. All right, Jim, I see you're fading a little bit. I'm going to bring you back into the conversation.
No, I'm how many people? Don't you have to have 10,000 subscribers to get monetized?
No, I think it's 500 now.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, and you have to have a certain number of watch hours.
Oh, that's right.
I think it's just 500 subscribers. It used to be 1,000.
Okay.
Yeah. So good on him, right? He started up a new channel and it's killing it. 1.9.
Oh, you do get excited.
subs.
When I got monetized, I'm like, oh, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Even though there's no money coming in, but you still.
It's potential.
Yeah.
It could happen.
That's cool. So.
Might happen someday. So this is where I'm going to bring you back into the conversation, Jim. This is something that we can all relate to. We get into some really hot Pringles talk.
Ooh. All right, everyone knows that Pringles is the Mac Daddy. Do you go barbecue? Do you go original? Do you go with the cheddar cheese? Or the sour? Oh wow, sour cream and onion is a popular. I would go. And the winner is.
Now, Jim, you haven't seen this before, right?
No.
Okay. What do you think's gonna win? What's Opie's favorite flavor of Pringle? What do you think it's gonna be?
I'm gonna go the original.
Okay. What do you think, producer Chris?
Well, I already looked it up, and Vegas has sour cream and onion.
Okay, let's find out.
And the which Pringles would I eat all day long? Pringles barbecue, right?
Barbecue was the winner. Although he did give a shout out for pizza flavored Pringles after that, which is a bullshit flavor. Not to get into Opie material here, but pizza should not be on potatoes.
No.
And you can't make something taste like pizza. I'm sorry. It's just you can't put flakes on something. And have
Save it for the bonus show.
All right. I'm actually going to be the warm-up guy for Jim's show tonight. That I'm working out some material about Pringles.
Perfect. Yeah.
I think
and throw in your
people really like
your
it.
Trump jokes.
Yep. The Tom Myers Trump jokes.
Yeah.
I'll throw in a few of those. Opie likes to go up to windows and just observe what's in the window. And he sees these two guys.
Two guys that hate each other. I get it. I so get it.
So he looks at Simon and Garfunkel and he goes, two guys who hate each other. Used to be a duo. I get that. Which one do you think represents Opie in this one? If I had a guess. Let's see the Paul Simon of that group?
And the other guy.
Right. I don't think he was thinking that through as much as he was just trying to bitch about Anthony there in a subtle way. Also, the transformation into Stuttering John is officially complete.
They're a great team. What happened? What happened?
The very famous Stuttering John phrase, "Wahapa."
Is that what John says?
Yes, all the time. Wahapa. I hope he's just picked it up now. It's unbelievable. All right, so far I've been showing you guys a lot of boring stuff. There was that one person with lipstick on that was really exciting. John Fogerty didn't show up in that building. What I'm about to show you, though, is action-packed. This is where he gets in with the people, and he can start interacting with people, and this is where the fun begins.
Man, that's a nice vibe right there.
Now, you see that woman right there who's ducking down? She is looking over at this homeless-looking man who's just filming her and going, trying to get out of the way of it. Opie's not recognizing that until...
That's a nice vibe. Oh, no. You want to be on it? No. Why? I gotta pretty this thing up. All right. I'm not showing you.
This is like making eye contact with a homeless guy. You're like, fuck. Damn it, I did it. No, man, I don't have any change on me. I don't have any money. Fuck. She immediately regretted saying anything to him. He's like, someone's talking to me. He walks over to her. She's like, ugh.
Gets closer.
Just gets repulsed immediately. But now Opie's warming up, talking to people, so now he's on a roll.
Toronto Blue Jays? Yeah. Come on, man.
You gotta be nice because in Canada, everybody's very, very nice.
I'm a huge Bills fan, so I respect Toronto to a point, but not the Blue Jays, man.
What does that mean?
And that's when the elderly man kicked his ass.
I'm a big Bills fan.
I don't know.
Have to
I
do
guess
with the Toronto Blue
they're an
Jays.
hour apart.
It's a couple hours.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of cities that are close to each other.
Yeah.
They're actually pretty big rivals when it comes to hockey. Buffalo hates Toronto and vice versa.
Yeah.
But Opie just connected that. Also, I bet Opie couldn't name the running back for the Bills. I'm a big Bills fan. He's not a big anything fan. He has no idea what's going on. At one point, I almost pulled it, but it was so boring. He was talking about the NBA Finals, and he was talking about Oklahoma City. He goes, they're the best team. They're going to win it. They have the best talent, and they go the deepest. And that was all he said. It's like, yeah, who do you like on the bench? Who do you like coming off the bench, Opie? Who do you think's going to get the boards in the final? Who's going to be pulling down the boards?
Can't be bothered with that.
He doesn't actually know anything, but he just talks about it anyway.
Well, he's also not a New York fan, and I mean the city.
He hates it.
That was established with the clips you pulled for the Wednesday show.
Right.
He fucking hates it.
He hates being in New
So
York.
why is he doing this?
Well, and then someone in the chat again in this show goes, so are you moving to Long Island? And he's like, I'm not moving to, I already have a house on Long Island. I'm not moving to Long Island. He was just house shopping. He just told us about how he's with a realtor looking at houses in the suburbs. And then he gets mad when people are like, so you moving out of Manhattan or what's going on?
Yeah, he assumes people are insulting him.
It's very odd the way he does that. All right. This now, I think he's starting to work out some material here. And this, if he wants to have a career as a stand-up, this I would focus on.
Yo, the church open today? No. Why? The fuck, man? Churches should be open all the time. No. Right. All right, thanks, sir. I don't think Jesus would appreciate churches closing ever. If he was alive, he'd be like, what are you doing? What? We don't want the riffraff in our church. Yeah, but that's the whole thing I started. Taking care of the riffraff. Yeah, but they crap all over the place, and we have to clean it up for them. I don't
Jesus talks like Cardiff.
I'm Jesus.
No, Jesus is the Opie voice guy. That's Jesus talking to a guy who kept the church closed on a Wednesday. It was bitching to him about it. It's pretty good back and forth right there. That's what's going on in his head. I think he's very lonely, Jim. This is my point. The man seems very lonely. He walks around aimlessly on New York talking to his chat and anyone who will make eye contact with him. And then he has these conversations going on in his head that are fake conversations with Jesus and a church guy. It's not good.
I don't know. Listen, if I was him, I would go out there, shoot an hour and a half, come back and edit it down to like 5 minutes.
Yeah. 3.5 probably.
Something
tight.
like that. And just put these little segments in. Like when he said to the guy, what the fuck? The church, that's funny.
That was funny.
Sure.
Like he's cursing. The guy's like, I don't fucking know. And he's like, so stuff like that. That's what I would do. But then again, when you live stream, like if the Impractical Jokers were walking for an hour and a half, trying to find stuff, it would be tough to find. It'd be tough to find stuff.
They
where you
would
could
whittle
connect.
it down to a few minutes.
Yeah, you got to find some tension. We always, when we fuck with people on the street, if someone gets aggravated, let's go in for the kill. But a lot of times people are just friendly. And when you show that, it's boring. Yeah. So that's the problem.
I have one more clip on here.
But, look, the guy is he's pretty much retired. So he's just like, all right, let me just fucking get out of the house.
He actually does more now than he has in many years. He does a show from a bar once or twice a week,
right?
The Gebhard Show. He does morning live streams every morning before the sun comes up. Now, this week he was off, which is interesting. But he's been doing that consistently for a long time. And now he's doing this new channel and the Unleashed stuff where he's in Central Park. Or recently, listen to this, he went to Harlem. It was crazy. Black people.
Yeah.
Did you know there's black people in Harlem? Opie's like, this is going to get wild, guys. This is going to get crazy. And it happens again where he walks a little bit too far uptown and he gets a little spooked
Look, more
Did you just say
scaffolding.
spooked?
Just ruins the whole building. Although, oh, okay, let's turn the camera this way. Okay. Head on a swivel. I didn't realize how far uptown we went, but we're in head on a swivel territory now.
Head on a swivel. He saw. I don't know if you guys could see that, but at the beginning of this video, there's like a black guy who's just kind of standing next to the sidewalk. I forget which is the scaffolding. Just right here. He sees that. He's like, oh, okay, we're filming over here. I don't want any problems. I don't need any problems, mister.
Podcast, WA.